This thing? Yeah, there. What's poppin'? You're under 50, get the fuck out. Just gonna say it now. I think I'm just gonna increase the age limit every single stream till we get to like 90. You gotta be as old as Jimmy Carter. R.I.P. The rest to come into this stream, but anyways. Fuck that song, that song sucks. Welcome. We're gonna get started. Hope we're all having a good day. I just got back from Colorado. Pretty cool. How do I do this again? There we go. Hello. Diego can stay. 9 years old is fine. Dude, this chair is getting destroyed. Hold on. Oh, you know what it is? I messed up my chair when I was eating soup. Alright. What's poppin', gamers? Challenge number 17. The Colt Pocketlite. That's what it's called, right? It is called the Colt Pocketlite. Colt Mustang Pocketlite. Here, let's... Colt Mustang Pocketlite. Alright, here we go. How long you been in the industry? Like 5 years, maybe. Like working professionally, like 5 years, yeah. Yeah, this one's pretty fun. I was pretty excited about this one. Alright, in no particular order. Unclean Hippie provided their reference file. Thank you. Thank you, bro. So here I'm just collecting like some of the main ones that I want to look at. But, yeah, a lot of good stuff in here. Thank you for this. But, yeah. We're gonna get started. Alright. So what do we do first? We look at the model first. We check for accuracy first. And so far, it's looking pretty good. I don't really like how this grip is like so blocky right here. I don't really like that. Is that how it's supposed to be? I think there's like a reference up here somewhere, wasn't there? Yeah, I feel like for something like this, I'd almost want to see it like nice and soft and like rounded out. It feels weird as like a kind of a squarish block. It's not beveled enough there, to me, I think. What else we got? There's a couple overall shots here, let's see. Nice. There's a tiny little discrepancy in the gap on this one right here. I think this swooping curve here is incorrect. It's supposed to go right about there and then come down like that. There you go. Other than that, it looks pretty good. There might be a difference in references. No, I think all the main references I attached are kind of similar, but this pin is supposed to be a little smaller here. Yeah, definitely a little smaller on that one. Oh, there goes my laundry. I'm gonna go check on that, but oh well. What else we got? That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. There's something like slightly off with this shape. It like comes down. It's supposed to come down more, I think. Let me drag in a few more references. There. Oops. And there. Yeah. Yeah, this shape is definitely a little off, I think. It's supposed to go swoop kind of down into like a triangle instead of almost like you booled like a sphere out. It's supposed to come down like that. A little harsher on that angle there. Good. Same thing here. Look at these kind of tiny little gaps are kind of off. This pin's supposed to be a little smaller. And then I'd also notice that this gap right here, there's a little bit of too much of a gap right here. I don't think it's supposed to, yeah, it's supposed to swoop, whatever you call this, supposed to come down a little more and then kind of ride this edge up like that a little bit. Try to ride that edge a little more. Same here, a little too big of a gap. And then this piece down here is too thick, I think. Yeah, definitely a little too thick. Other than that, it looks pretty good. I think I'll leave it at that. This part looks good here. Nice. I think we messed up a little bit here. Well, this one looks kind of the same. Definitely a little bit thinner on this little triangle. Yours is a little bit too fat, I think. But my plant just fell and my entire floor is full of dirt. You know, I have a Halo poster over there hung up by command strips, and it was good for like a month. Then the other day it just ripped off the wall and fell. Just while I was working, just completely fucking fell. Yeah, don't use command strips. So I went up and actually like hung it. So other than that, it looks pretty good. I think one thing, I feel like this angle is supposed to be a little shallower here. A little swoop there. Other than that, that's pretty good. Let's go look at the low poly. Neon purple for today. Alright, so right off the bat, I see what you're trying to do here. You're trying to optimize this, but you've just created like 100 of these super skinny triangles that you're going to try to bake on a curved surface. That's not going to really end well. So I probably wouldn't even do this. It's not really necessary, I don't think. I will say you have a lot of geo here, but then like significantly less geo here. I'd probably balance it out more. And then, okay, hold on. I'm discovering a big error here. All right, so I see what you're doing here. Along this edge, you're trying to create, let me just draw a normal fucking circle. A nice silhouette, but having the geo be collapsed on the insides like this. This is a terrible drawing. I don't know why I'm doing this, but basically what you're doing is you have this curve here, but you're trying to increase the segments here to improve the silhouette, but it's not quite working because this is the angle that we view the gun from, right here. So all of this is completely just, is useless, essentially useless now. The only angle you'd ever see this from is from like, here, I have a gun right here. Fake. Is from like this angle, right? Like, even that is just like, that's a rare angle that you'd ever see that from. Oops, sorry, that might have been loud. So honestly, this detail is chewing up a lot of tries. And it's the same thing, let's see, same thing here. So you're trying to increase the silhouette, but your silhouette looks like this. This is your main silhouette. And this little trick you did here is cool, but it didn't do anything. It was the wrong time to use this. And then it doesn't really make sense that it goes back into being a super dense thing. Like you have it collapsed down here on the backside. I don't think we have a backside render of that. Yeah, so you have it collapsed on the backside here, and that's good. But it just doesn't really make sense here. And I think you did this in a bunch of other places, but he's hanging over there. Started flying. What the fuck? I do remember the guy feedback. Some others put the edge up. Huh, I'm not sure. Someone told him to put this edge right here? Was that discussed in my Discord? Thank you, Kunta. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yo, what's up, Cohen? What's up, dog? Alright, let's keep moving anyways. See, like here, you did it, you collapsed it here, which is a good area that I'd collapse it, and then leave this to be rounded. That's good. This is too much geo for something that's you could probably just bake down. You wouldn't lose much. Wouldn't lose much. What else we got? Yeah, I think some parts are just like awkwardly too dense compared to their surrounding geo. Why triangulating? It doesn't really matter. It's easier to judge in quads, but you know, it doesn't really. Like you've got this like what is that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 edge bevel, but then right here you only have 1, 2, I don't know, like 20 edges across. So this part could have used a little bit more geo, and then this part, this is the barrel. Yeah, the barrel could have used like maybe just like a 3 edge bevel there, you know. What else we got? And then probably like some of these edges right here. I don't know if these edges are really like doing anything for us here. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, other than that, I think it's pretty good. I think it's just too dense in like some areas that don't really make sense to me. These two, you could probably get away with baking a lot of this down. Like you barely only need like maybe 5 edges. I can't really tell, but it's a little blurry. But yeah, other than that, just watch out for this little trick here that you're doing. It's not really working. But let's move on to the UVs. So there was a miscommunication here. The bullets are supposed to be packed with the mag, but I won't hold it to you because my wording was bad, so it's fine. Not sure what these triangles are doing, but that's not ideal. You'd probably, not sure where these are coming from. Let's see if we can. Also, I don't like doing this. Like when you collapse it down to a vert, I don't like doing that. I hate doing that. It looks, something's off about this like edge here as well, but yeah, these triangles won't bake well. Just keep it as like a rectangle or stitched in somewhere. I'm not sure what those are doing. It's pretty good. I had you do 2 to 1, right? That was the challenge. Yeah, 2 to 1. Okay. That's good. I think that's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, next time try to take a bit higher res. I can't really do much with this. Yeah, this looks like some Atari game. Yeah, try to take a higher res. I can't really do much, but from what I can see, it looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Cha-ching! Alright. Now let's look at the meat and bones of this. Alright. So I will say one thing off the bat. I noticed you did this big pillowing effect, but I'm noticing in the actual gun, it's like a lot more subtle. And there's also like some like darkness. I don't know what to call it. Like try to find a different reference. So blurry. Yeah, I feel like it's like almost too imperfect for something of the modern era, you know? What's up, Suda? Yeah, I almost feel like this is like just too strong. It doesn't it's like too soft and pillowy. It's like it's a little blurry almost. It also feels a little too blurry too, I think. Another thing I did notice in this render is the brushing kind of reads like I don't know, but it's not really looking. I'm not really liking it. It's like it looks like paint that's like cracking. It's like bubbling up, you know? I would have probably just sticked with like a brushing, like a Quixel material for the brushing. It's not super complicated on this one. It's really just a giant linear brush across this thing. And then some little bit of noise. I see you got a little bit of noise, which is good. It looks like most people got the grain on top as well. But another thing I did want to mention was the noise. It was kind of flat. And let me find. Let's see if I can. I found a reference earlier on here that was really good. Shoot, where'd it go? Dang it. Oh yeah, check this out. So, notice in some of these areas there's like a deep pitting almost. I think that'd be cool to add to help break up some of this like kind of same noise all over. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, just some like just to help break up kind of the monotony of just one noise fill there. I I will use that like Quixel plastic computer material that everyone worships, but I'll try to blend it in with like some pitting. It seems like maybe you got some here, but it's not really looking too great in the render, I don't think. It's not really showing up as like pitting. It's kind of just like a black mark here and there. What else? All right, let's look at these guys. One thing about this metal edgeware that I don't, excuse me, that I don't like. It's like, it's too blurry, I think. I think the shape is just like too brushy and blurry. I'd expect like something like this to be kind of sharp in the, oh, this is a good view. Yeah, honestly, I would probably just take like a sharpen fill layer on it. That would probably like fix that pretty easily. This logo is cool. So the pearl looks pretty cool. I think it's just too dirty. I think it would have looked much cooler as a cleaner material. And I'm not really a fan of these like scratches. If it kind of just feels like a filler, like one of David Gruyer's, I think that's how I pronounce his name. I apologize. One of his grunge layers. I think you've attached a reference. Yeah, I'm not seeing as much noise as you are. It looks pretty cool, but I think if you tone down the noise and let it be a little bit softer and smoother, it'd look more like premium and a little bit cooler, I think. All right, so just looking at the mag right here, it also looks a little flat, I think. So I'm using this reference, but not the material. But it looks like we're missing kind of. I see you're trying to do some of these like scrapes and stuff, but I think we're missing a lot of like larger variation. I see the small stuff, which is pretty well done. I think a lot of this stuff is pretty well done. That's pretty good. Yeah, but I'd imagine this thing would get pretty dirty, you know, getting scraped up all the time, you know. I'd probably add a little bit more of that. It does look a little flat right here. This whole surface kind of reads a bit flat. Yeah. Sup, Bearworks? Sup, dog? Yeah, I'm just not really a fan of the brushing that you're using. Kind of looks like, yeah, it kind of looks like cracked paint. I don't know what about it, but hell yeah, that's the way to do it, man. In theory. Um, like this brushing right here looks a little bit better than I think what you used on the main gun. I think this is a gnarly reference. Holy shit! This is like, this is pretty sweet. Holy shit. But anyways. Overall, I think one thing that could make it more interesting is more like context oils. So like oils here and like here, like oils here. Even though it's not in the reference, it's still something that like you kind of need in game art. Otherwise, it just kind of looks flat and boring. Like some oils or like some burnt parts here, you know, something like that. I see you're like trying to do a little gradient here, it looks like, but I'd probably like bump it up even more, you know. Make it look cool. And it looks like you got that cool like stamping effect. I saw that in the reference too. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Almost like a little like micro weld or something. I don't know. But... Oh, you're doing the same model? That's cool, man. Yeah, this thing was pretty sweet. Yeah, this metal wear is not looking too good. It's very looks kind of like hand painted with a standard brush almost, I'd say. And then the grain here kind of looks like pearlin noise. I'd probably switch that up a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. It'd look pretty cool if you had like brushing in here. I always look for areas of like where you have this like indent somewhere to like add brushing. It's a cool little detail. Like here, just add like some milling lines or something. It'd be pretty cool. Sometimes being cool is not following the rules. But I like the goop. I like the little goop you got building up there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Let me see if there's a reference of this golden horse. To me, it kind of feels like the horse is like inset in the little noise, which makes it super hard to read at a distance. I think if you did like a really fine grain and then really popped out the horse and the Colt text, it would look a little bit better. Are you quiet, kid? Is my mic too quiet? I don't think so. Maybe you gotta turn me up. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Looks like earwax, yeah. It does kind of look like earwax. I thought it was like jelly. Maybe if it was a little like I don't know what. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's interesting. Maybe if it was like dirt, it'd look a little bit better, I think. Yeah, then maybe just some like grunge in here, you know, where the trigger is. Yeah, that dude's tripping. That dude thinks I'm quiet. But anyways, I think that's all I got. Some of these oils are pretty good. All right. Some of these details look a little blurry. I don't know if maybe you didn't down res enough UVs, but some of the details are a little blurry. And maybe even like too soft in the high poly too. Kind of looks like a little blobby. I think I'll end with that for this one. This one's pretty sweet. Nice job, dude. Got a new. Whoa, voice crack. Holy shit. That was bad. Got a new water bottle too. No more of that shit. And 25k tries. So I will say the try count on this one was way off. My estimate was like must have been done at like 3 a.m. or something because 25k is a lot. So realistically, I think it could have been done in probably like 12 to 15k. But so I'm not gonna like hold you to like being super high. But yeah, you know, predicting try counts is kind of like an art on its own, not one that I'm not very good at. Well, let's move on to Cam of Soup. Oh yeah, look at that. They did the Cohen Brawley antler grip. 18k being generous. Yeah. Yeah, this is the certified Cohen Brawley Friday quick tips grip here. All right, well, I'll stick to textures later. Hold on. Getting ahead of myself. Let's check it out. Nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, nice. Some references, this thing is like super thin, but others are like not very much so. think you're good there. Nice. Got the gap here. Nice, 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 nice. Kind of the same thing here. I feel like this shape needs to come a little bit, needs to come out a little further, or maybe this needs to swoop up a little higher so it goes a little thinner right there. Then you got that. Nice, nice. This bolt is like, pin is like slightly too big, I think. Nah, close enough. Nice, nice. Nice. I think that you can see the bullet in here. That's pretty cool. Check. So kind of the same thing here. This needs to be a little bit of a flatter angle. I know that like the real 1911 has this a bit more curved, but this thing be a little straighter. Other than that, this looks pretty damn good. Nice job. Can't really think of anything else. Let's see what the other side looks like. There. Nice. 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 I feel like this is slightly too thick for the trigger guard, I think. Yeah, it might be a little... I think you're fine, actually. Never mind. I am bad. Never mind. Nice. I think we're missing an angle here, unless that... Oh, no, you got it. Never mind. Never mind. That, then you got this. This is pretty solid, dude. Nice job. Check the front. I feel like this thing's a little too big. Let me get it. Can we get a better... Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So you got that. Yeah, so this angle is too harsh right here. And it comes down, goes like that. So this piece feels almost slightly too big, I think. Not sure what it is. Something about it just doesn't feel right. And then I feel like the top's supposed to be a little more rounded. Almost like a... supposed to make like a full circle in the... like the hemispheres, like right here, you know? The semi-circle. Missing the safety catch. Are we missing the safety catch? Safety catch. What's a safety catch? I've never heard of a safety catch. Safety catch. The slide catch. It's right here. With the left grip. Oh, is there something there? Wait a minute. No, the other one. Oh, here. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I guess. That's all right. I see. I see what you mean. Okay, yeah. So there is something there. Other than that, what else we got? What was I looking at again? I was looking at the front of this. I like that you oh my gosh, I can't even talk. I like that you got the rifling in. That's pretty cool. Other than that, not much. I think this thing's pretty solid. Let's look at the low poly. Nice and round. Nice and round. Nice. Nice and round. Nice. Yeah. The trigger reset. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what you mean. So here, these aren't really necessary. I'd probably just collapse this down. Excuse me. Collapse this down like maybe like that. You don't need to do like this super clean. It's gonna bake just fine without it. And then I noticed you also. Oh wait, is this triangulated? Oh, it's triangulated. Duh. Never mind. I was like, why is there tri? But anyways, um, you might have an issue with these super skinny ones. I'd probably just do this, and then like connect that to there, just to minimize that. Even though you probably have this all as one smoothing group, so you're probably fine. But you know, kind of the same thing here. The skinny tries may not bake well. I'd probably just weld these up there. Kind of the same thing here. It's close enough. I'd probably just weld these guys as well. Same with these. Other than that, that's pretty good. I don't see much. I noticed you modeled this in. Is that? Not sure if that was totally necessary, but it looks good. Yes, so. Is this edge here necessary? Doesn't look like it. That's about all I got. This thing's pretty solid, I think. Could probably use more roundness on the bullet. We might see that in a render. No renders of the bullets. Oh, there we go. These bullets are untextured. Where's the bullets? Are these the bullets? These are the bullets. The bullets don't look very textured. But alright, let's move on to the UVs real quick. Yeah, we need some higher res UVs up in here. I can't really tell much. So all of these rings could probably be straightened out because you're using a lot of, wasting a lot of UV space here and here. Oh, I see. This is pre-stretched. Okay, that's cool. And then I would just take some of these and just scale them up, just so they fill this area a little bit more. It'll be like 10 pixels more, but you know, it's whatever. Why not? Fill in more space. Blender. Other than that, pretty good. Same thing here. You can probably take these and straighten them out to a strip. If you're a real pro, you'll take this trigger guard and straighten it out. But yeah, that's pretty good. It's a little hard to tell because it's low res, but I think you did pretty good there. All right, now let's look at the textures. All right. So right off the bat, we're a bit too much in the wobble department here. It's a little too strong for something that you textured rather clean wise. A little too much wobble here. This looks like this is like a stamping you'd see on like an ancient, well, not ancient. World War II isn't ancient, but like a World War II like a gun or something. But then comparing this stamping to like this one down here, it's like, this is just perfect. This is like a height stamp, you know. But this one's a little too, this one's a little too wobbly, I think. The brushing is all right. It kind of looks like you used what's that thing called? Like matte finish brush linear or something. One of those matte effects. I really don't like those, but anyways, it's okay. I think it reads kind of flat because there's no like. I think there's got to be some height to it a little bit more. I don't think you have enough height in it, so it reads just kind of like a stuck-on texture. When you have a highlight over it, it doesn't really react to it. It just kind of like, it looks like a stuck-on texture. I think some like dirt and grime and stuff here would be pretty cool. I think you went a little too clean with it, I think. Maybe like a gradient here to show that this thing's been fired a bunch of times, you know? Excuse me. Kind of the same thing here. You can see where the highlight is. It doesn't really react with the brushing. So you have some sort of an edge tracing thing going on here. What is that? Yeah, there's some sort of an edge trace here. I'd probably toss that. It doesn't. It's like making your edge read like black, like a normal map error almost. I'd probably toss that. I like that you've got the normal, or the, not the normal, the grain and then the brushing. That's good. That's a good detail. Yeah, but definitely some more wear, some more oils. Even on this blurry ass reference, we can see like some stuff here. Don't know if this is just a shadow, but there's some dirt here, you know. Also, looks like your color is slightly off. Yours is kind of like a green. It's supposed to be a bit more brown. Also, one thing you're missing in this, you're missing kind of this micro detail here. This little stamping. Here, I'll show you. This little stamping effect. You're kind of missing that too. Something I'd probably add. And then the bullets do look kind of untextured. Or maybe they're just, even like super clean bullets don't really look like that. But yeah, this bolt here is kind of a little strange to me. It's like pure black and like untextured almost. You might want to go back and look at that. Kind of the same thing with the trigger. It just kind of lacks detail. I think also the lighting isn't too great on these. It's very flat. So like here and here is the exact same, what would you call it? Lightness? I don't know what you call it, but there's not much going on. It's kind of all just a fill light. There's no like key light on it. It's just kind of all the same light. Sorry for off-top. What monitor do you have? Like a 1440p Acer. That's all I got. 120 hertz. I don't know the make. I bought it like 10 years ago. I am kind of due for a new monitor though. You're clipping in here. I will say this looks a little blurry down here. A little blurry. So I see what you're trying to do. You've got some cool oil little stains, but you're missing like kind of the macro details to go with it. So it just kind of, it reads kind of, it stands out too much and reads a little too fake. So overall, I'd say it's pretty good. I think you're missing like some of these details in here are cool. Like this little like rust details. I don't know what you call it, but looks pretty cool. But I think some parts are definitely a little bit lacking. A little lacking in the like the wear department. I know for this challenge, we're like, I think I said like keep it clean or something. Let me see. Give this one, just give it a good amount of wear. Yeah, so this one I wanted a little bit more wear on the challenge. It's cool, but I don't think it's there yet in terms of grunge and wear and stuff. Like right here, this feels like a single fill layer with no oils or anything. But, and as far as the antler grip goes, you can kind of tell there's some sort of like a vertical blur to it. Also, I'd probably like be a little well, it looks a little too blurry, I think. Like I can kind of tell how you made it. You got like some stencil and just kind of blurred it. But try to do like a level so it gets like a sharp and then like a cool like fall off like that. It look a little cooler. And then probably try to mask the colors a little more so it's not just like the black doesn't just bleed into the ivory or whatever this material is. Probably just have it like do a levels on it, have it a bit separate out the materials a bit more so they don't just bleed into each other. And then I do think the black is looking a little lacking kind of the micro detail. And then as far as this one, it's kind of the same thing as the other feedback on this one. Probably try to remove some of the noise from the horse, make it stand out more. Because like right here, it kind of looks like I can kind of see it, but then I lose the Colt, you know. So, but anyways, let's move on. Thank you, Cam of Soup. Excellent name. Oh, okay. All right, let's check this one out. From Keegan Nilsson. Check it. Nice, nice, nice. See, the review here gets a little faster once I get going. I almost feel like this is like, that looks about right. Once I get to knowing what the model actually looks like, there we go. This is a nice reference. It's a nice picture. I mean, render. I mean, you got that piece in there. Good job. Nice. This gap right here feels a little too big. I think you got everything right. Just push this to there a little bit more. Some sort of a strange seam here. Is that in the reference? It is in the reference. You are correct. Yeah, see, this is the kind of stuff that I'd like to see in this logo. So the noise is on its own layer, and then the horse stands out nicely, and you can read it from right here. You got the little horse, you get the Colt logo, but anyways, we're not there yet. This looks pretty good. Yeah, nice job on this. You can see your polys here a little bit. We're going to talk about that later. Okay, the model looks good. I got nothing for you, dude. Nice job. Woo. All right, let's look at the low poly. Right off the top, you're going to use a bit more geo here. Same here. What are you at? 13K? See, 13K is like a more reasonable like game art thing. Not sure if this is the best way to optimize it, but I'll probably just continue these. Probably just continue these edges down to a point. I think that's the more optimal way of doing things like that. These edges are fine. I would just take these and weld them up here. Am I missing? Hold on, I think I'm missing a render here. There it is. This is what I was looking for. Yeah, we're gonna need a bit more geo here. Some more here. I think the trigger is supposed to have a little bit of a loft to it. It's supposed to be kind of a more... Most triggers are. They're a bit lofted like this. And then slight curve. Help out the bake a little bit there. This micro chamfer here is not necessary. For how low some of these other main silhouette areas are, this chamfer is not needed. Other than that, you got pretty good density, I think. Or not density. Like topology wise, it looks pretty solid. I like that you're letting the bakes handle this curve because we're not gonna see that in the render, are we? Yeah, looks perfect. See that? And all you needed was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 edges around that curve. Perfect. Perfect. Good use of geo there. We're gonna need some more geo here. I can already tell. And then this detail gets a lot of roundness, a lot of geo, and some of the other areas could use it a bit more. But I like what you're doing here. Good stuff. I think most people are doing that. Good stuff there. Good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's move on to the UVs. So for a 4K, this is too much padding. You can get it, you can move this down to like right there. You can get around that. So too much padding, and you'll get a little bit more UV space out of that. And then 2K by 1K. Now that I think about it, 2K by 1K might have been too out of res for a 4K on the other set, but I think it actually turned out fine. This is good, so. Yeah, this all looks good. Yeah, this looks pretty good. You get the stamp of approval, except the padding. Just, you don't need that much. All right, let's look at the fun stuff. these bullets. I don't think there's brushing on bullets. I don't think there is. Do we have reference of bullets here? Actually, I used to have a bullet sitting on my desk. Don't think bullets are made that way. So I'd probably toss the brushing. Same thing on these guys too. They're like, bullets are like stamped together, aren't they? I'm not a manufacturing expert on that, but because I don't think I've ever seen. I could go get a bullet from my closet real quick, but I like the stamped pillowing effect. I like it's pretty cool. One thing I did notice about your noise, I was gonna say there's like too much variation in the diffuse, but I think it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty solid. Let's find our reference. This render's pretty sweet. It looks pretty cool, but I'm not really a fan of this like soft little brush of white metal there. I feel like you overly sharpened the noise a little bit. Let's look at the slide. Slide is pretty cool. I think this area here is a little confusing. It gets a little like cloudy. Yeah, I think the slide is suffering from a little too cloudy. I would have grunged up these a little bit more. Make these like stand out noticeably from here. Like make them, like in here, you can see it's like black in here. Almost like it was like laser engraved and it was like burned into the metal, you know? That'd have been a bit cooler, I think. Is this a triangle bug on slide rifling? Slide rifling. So you're talking about right here? Could be. I think it's just a shadow. I think it's just a shadow. Whew. This stuff is looking pretty cool. You can see here, it's not, I don't think it's too cloudy here because you can see like very distinct shapes that look really cool. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet little render you got there. I think looking at this, there's almost like when you have too much variation in the diffuse, you get this like, it almost looks like cheetah print on it from different angles. So that's kind of important to balance the noise with the diffuse, not to use too much. If you use too much, then it starts to look like a stuck-on texture, kind of like this a little bit. I think there's a little too much noise variation there. Maybe just a slight bit too much. Nice job on the logo. It looks cool, but I think you could use a bit more like contextual detail, like some more oils or something around the slide, around the chamber. Some stuff right here. You do have some good stuff though. You got some areas of pretty good contextual details. Although I'm not really a fan of how you're doing the metalware, if I'm being totally honest. It looks like you kind of just took a layer and just kind of painted white over all the noise and stuff. I do like this stuff. That looks pretty cool. The little grinding detail looks sweet. The knurling does look pretty good. Although what you could do, looks like you already have it, but I was gonna say like notch in like details on the in the height on the knurling to make it kind of feel a bit more natural and real. Caliber 380. I think also you can tell the brushing direction kind of changes on this. It should go diagonal. Also, there's some pitting and stuff that I'd add that too to help break it apart from this material, because they do actually kind of blend in together now that I look. Like here to here, there's almost like no separation. So that's a cool little thing you could do. Then you could add like a really harsh like grind on here if you wanted to. And I think you have some sort of an edge tracing thing that I'd probably toss. I think I had to make this stencil at some point. But anyways, I will say I think you handled this pretty well. The logo. It's a little blurry. I don't know if I feel like 4K was kind of enough for this guy. So I'm not really sure. It looks a little blurry, but love the feel of the materials. Yeah, the materials do feel pretty good on this one. Yeah. Yeah, this one's good. Yeah, this one's good. Very nice. And that's about all I got. I think that's about all I got. Solid work, Keegan. Nice job, dude. Let's move on to Jules. But not until I've had my water. All right. Check it. Let's check the model. There we go. I think this pin should be fully rounded. It looks like it's flat right here. It looks like you flattened it. Looks like it should be fully rounded. What else we got? This piece almost feels too big. I don't know what it is, but oh, plus 500 social credit. Nice. Hell yeah. 1450k tries with me. Oh shit, did I get the wrong? Oh. Thank you. We'll call it 14.5k. How about that? Thank you. Sorry, I read the wrong number. All right, let's keep looking. Looky. Nice. Cool. Yeah, the grip is pretty cool on this one. I think this angle is slightly off. It should be a little bit flatter, I think. Also, I'd round this out a little more. Same here. I think this is too tall. I think this needs to come down a little bit more. And then right here, I think this needs to come a little bit flatter. And I think these these lightning cuts, these grip cuts are a little too thick. They need to be a little thinner. Yeah, it's a pretty fun model to make, I think. Not too hard, you know. Of course, I'm nitpicking like 100% accuracy, or trying to at least. But let's take a look at the other side. Copied the rotation of the bolts on this. Nice. This looks like it should be flat. This looks like a flat screw. Oh, no, it's around there, so never mind. You're good. You're chilling. Nice. Oh, yeah. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Do we have a better view of the front? I wanted a view from there. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't see much else. Pretty solid. Might need more teeth on this. On the hammer. I think the real one has a bit more. Well, Fuck, it's so hard to tell. I could be wrong, but anyways, let's take a look at the low polygonal mesh. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's pretty good. It should be the same because I. Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah. You're probably right. There's. I don't got time to count them out. What am I witnessing? Greatness. That's what you're witnessing. You are witnessing greatness. Then I'd probably just collapse these edges all into one. I think it'll bake just fine. Other than that, this is pretty damn good. You've got the roundness where it needs to be. I hope you're not collapsing. No, wait, are you? So it's a little confusing to tell. Are you? Hold on. No, it's just trying. I was trying to see if you were collapsing those edges, but you're fine. Which challenge? Oh, it's for my Discord. My Discord's challenge. You probably collapse some of these. I don't know if these edges are all necessary here. This grip is like flat right there, isn't it? Probably toss some of those. I can't believe we've done 17 of these challenges. That's a lot of challenges. I didn't think we'd get past like 5 without people like giving up on them. But nevertheless, this is really good. This is really good, low poly. What are we at again? 14.5. Yeah, this is good. Using the geo where it matters. We might see a little bit here, a little bit of faceting there. But other than that, this is. I like how low you went here. We're probably not even going to see that in the render. Look at that. Boom. The bakes do the heavy lifting. Any ideas for the next challenge? No, actually, I don't have any ideas at the moment. Yeah, here I notice all the references are kind of a bit more rounded here. But other than that, I got nothing, dude. This thing's solid. We might see some faceting here. We might see some there, but solid. Let's look at the UVs. Copter. Like a helicopter? No, dude. That's like a multi-month long thing. P99, no, we're done with small pistols. Also, the Walter, let me look at the Walter P99, hold on. Walter P99, yeah, no, that's too much for a challenge. That's way too much. Looks pretty good, although you have a lot of unused space right here. I could give you a few extra pixels. I meant just a little drone. Nah, it's gotta be weapon related. It's the weapon room after all. Pretty solid UVs. I don't see much. Yeah, I think you could have used some of the space up here a little bit better, but other than that, not too bad. FPV bomb drone? No, we're not doing bomb drones. Get into like modern warfare. Whoa. And then here you could have just straightened these out into strips, but other than that, it's pretty good. And then you have a little bit of unused space here. By the way, for anyone that was wondering, I don't care if you stretch the UVs this way or that way. I don't know which way it goes. 2K by 1K, 1K by 2K. It confuses me till this day. I still don't get it. And it's probably length by width, but like I always just stretch upwards. But anyways, pretty good. Just a little unused space, and that's pretty good. Cha-ching! All right. Okay. As I look for wallpapers on my desktop, good stuff. What about the Taurus curve? Taurus curve, where's that? Where did I miss it? Taurus curve. I don't think I saw a Taurus curve. Not even sure what that means, to be honest. Oh, for the next challenge? What is that? Taurus curve. Taurus curve. Ah, look at that. That thing is so ugly. I don't want to look at that thing. I'm sorry. I just do not. If I don't like looking at it, I don't want to like give feedback on it. All right, let's look at the textures. Everyone went a little too wobbly, I feel like. For my taste, I would have dialed back on the wobbles a little bit. And then maybe have more darkness on the inside so that it looks a bit more... I don't know how you describe it, but... That's what I do, usually when I do stamping and stuff. I have a little bit darker on the inside, but you're probably fine. And then this looks cool. Excuse me. I will say right off the bat, I'm not really a fan of how you handled this metal wear. It almost reads like rock. Almost. It's like... There's something about it. I think it's because you didn't take out the normal map grain underneath it. And it kind of just reads like you stamped down the height with the same normal map grain. It kind of looks a little bit too fake, I think. I think some of these are a little too blurry, I think. Okay, I see a few things with this wood, so. Couple things with the wood. So I assume this is like a burned engraving type of deal. I don't think we're gonna have a reference here, but so I think a couple things about the wood. These guys look a little too fake. These dark stamps, they stick out a little too much, I think. And then it looks like they don't... I feel like I'd see the edge more like chewed up on this thing. But then as far as this thing goes, when you do like what I would do to help separate out these two materials is change up the normal map in here more. So it's like maybe like a stippling effect would be cool. As opposed to a brushing, because now it kind of just looks like you took a black fill layer, stamped it down, and then made it less glossy. And then I'd probably try to get more roundness on the horse if you can. Kind of the same thing. Maybe I feel like some of these little dimples are the same height as the horse, which makes it a little hard for the horse to stand out. Nice. What else can I say about this one? I think it looks a little too crusty down here for you to do the stamping. I think it's a little too crusty, a little too low res, I mean. I think you're too glossy in some areas. I think that's what's kind of bothering me with this one. Also, these casings look really, really yellow. I think they should be a bit more on the like goldish side. 338 Norma would be a cool challenge. Norma. What do you mean? 338 Norma, that's a oh, the true velocity. Hold on. Alright, after this one I'm gonna stop taking suggestions because this is taking up time. This thing is massive, man. What? The challenges are supposed to be like a month long. Dude, that thing's huge. That'll take like a year to do. Well, probably not a year, but maybe like a few months. Yeah, something about the wood I don't like. I'm trying to figure out why. Yeah, so I think it's these guys are feeling a little too fake, and then I think some of this wear around here is a little too fake as well. It kind of looks like the same wear layer was used all around, and it's kind of just a height down layer with like a little bit lighter in the diffuse. So it doesn't really change up anything underneath. Like this grain still continues, but it's just like a lighter stamp on it, if that makes sense. The grip is pretty cool though. Let me try to think here. One thing that strikes me is this looks really soft. There's something about, yeah, I think there's something not quite right. Hold on. I think you may have gone a bit too soft on your high poly. It reads really blobby a little bit in some of these areas. I would have gone a bit sharper. We're doing pretty intense close-ups, you know, so maybe a bit sharper would have been okay. Then it looks like you like kind of blued the steel a little bit, which is kind of cool. I'm not really seeing it in the reference. Well, there's a little bit, but I think you did pretty good. I'd make the brushing stand out a tiny bit more if it were me. But I like the noise you have on the background of it. I do like the surface variation you have on this. That looks pretty good. I do like that a lot. So it's not just, you know, Quixel underscore plastic computer grainy. I will say, I think some of the camera angles are a bit off on some of these. This one's nice. Oh, I didn't do my favorite render. I'm so sorry. All right. Hold on, let's do it. Let's do it real quick. Honestly, this one's pretty good. I like this one. Real quick, we're going. I like this one. The lighting on this one's nice. It gives you a nice like gradient. This one's pretty good. Gradients, all about gradients. This one's pretty solid. I do like this one because we get to see lots of detail there in the chamber. Yeah, these two right here are pretty good. I can't really decide. I like this one though. All right, let's look at your best render. This one's pretty good. But I feel like too much of the gun is like in shadow or something. Also, maybe some more dirt here would be like cool. That could be cool. Sorry, I'm trying to come up with some feedback for you. Hold on. I think this is too strong. You got a bit too strong on this height detail here. For a bit of rush. Last hour. Well, now you got time to do some textures and redo some renders, you know. Oh, I didn't even look at the mag. I think the mag could use a bit more work. Some more of where was that reference that we saw? Even this one's pretty good. A little bit like more I don't know, like gunpowder up here, you know, some black wear. there was like that cool detail here you could add in from the earlier challenge or the earlier submission, and then maybe where was that magazine render I saw? What was that one? That was good. I want to find it again. Oh, it's up here. Yeah, just some like some more dirt spots. Maybe some grime around these. You know, that'd be pretty cool. Maybe make it a bit smoother so that it like is different than all the grainy materials we've been making. But do you grade these again after judgments? No, no, no. Just this is the feedback, and then if you ask for feedback again, I'll give you feedback. You know. Yeah, pretty good stuff. I think that's about all I got. What do you guys think? Sounds pretty good. All right. Thank you, Jules. Good submission. All right, let's get to Caraculea. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is pretty fucking good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty fucking good. Yeah. All right, let's look at the model. Dude, this looks like a photo, man. This is pretty good. That's really good. Even got this angle right. Nice. Nice, nice. Oh, hey, look at that. Plus 500 credit. I didn't even notice that when I was looking through your images here. Holy shit. Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. I think most people got this wrong, but it should be just a tiny bit like flatter here. I don't know. Could be the angle that I'm looking at this. Might be the. No, I feel like it should be a little bit thinner right there. But oh my gosh. One thing I do see, this should come out a little bit further. And then this should be a bit, you can see it's a bit more of a semicircle here. And then it comes down a little bit further, just like that. Yeah, there you go. That's about right. Yeah, a little bit too much space there. I think you gotta close this gap a little bit more too. Holy shit. All right. This is pretty damn good. Oh, this is a cool little layout here. This helps me a lot. Let's check out the front. Damn. Damn. That's pretty good. Although, I think I'd say your high poly might be a bit too soft on this. Yeah, a little bit too. I think the high poly is a little too soft on this guy. It's getting a little blobby, like right here in this corner. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Kind of the same thing here. Some of these ridges are getting a little blobbed out. I'd probably go a little softer or sharper on this for the high poly too. Same here. Kind of the same thing here. But overall, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. All right, let's look at the low poly. What are we at? 26K. We went for the gold here. I see you modeled in the spring. That's interesting. There's a lot of geo going on here. You sure you need that much geo to bake down a little non-silhouette breaking area? Oh, I see. So you collapsed those. Okay. I see what you're doing. I'd probably try welding some of these together. You could probably get away with a little bit more there. And then I like what you're doing here. You're like collapsing. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. This might be a little too dense, I feel like. I feel like we don't need... Well, that's pretty good, but I feel like this density going around right here, that's a little too much. I'd say that's a little much. Man, you even got a little bend there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Not again. It's a different bolt than what everyone else modeled. Also, I think people model different magazines. Hold on one second. I just want to check something. It looks like everyone got the same mag. Oh, I forgot to do the best render on this one. I like this one. This one's pretty interesting. That one's really cool to look at. Yeah, alright, let's move on. Yeah, you can probably collapse a lot of this geo in here since it's non-silhouette area. Same thing here. You can probably collapse a lot of this curve. Like, collapse here, 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 here. Going all the way up. I don't think you need that. So it's pretty high. I see where you're, at. But overall, pretty good. I noticed this should be a bit rounded too. Let's see how it looks in the render. Yeah, it looks pretty good, but it's still, I just feel it's too soft in the high poly. A little too blobby. Other than that, the low poly is pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't got much else. Other than just being a bit too dense, I think, but it's clean. Very clean. Yeah, very clean. Very clean. All right, let's look at the UVWs. So, oh, the mirror. Cool. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Probably just some unused space. But doesn't really look like you can fill it up anymore. Besides packing differently, but you're probably good. Thank you, Slumpy and Alice, for the follow. Thanks all. Missed that. I was too locked in, but these are really good. This stamp here strikes me as being like a little too basic compared to all the kind of micro details and stuff you got. I almost want to see like that pillowing effect or like a stamp, like raised edge on the side. It's a little too basic for my taste. But holy shit, this render is like, oh my god. I love the difference in grain, how it's not just this grain applied here. It's like different. This is super well done. Although maybe it stands out a little bit more in the reference. Yeah, I think in the reference it's supposed to be a little stronger. Like a little stamped a little down more. Where's the damn render? Or picture? Yeah, I feel like it's supposed to be a little stronger. Nice. Maybe some dirt right here to help separate out these two pieces a little more. Oh, I see where you got that from. Dude, my neighbors, I cannot stand them. Just slam the fucking door. Pocketlite. Yeah, this is like super well done. Like it's just the right amount of raised where it's not too much, but it's like it's there and I think it's perfect. I think it's perfectly done. I'd probably go a little harder on the darkness in here. Darkness imprisoning me. Like this reference has a little bit more dirt. I'd probably add a little, maybe just like a little bit more. Maybe something like right there. You know. But other than that, this is. Whew. Also, it bothers me that this coin is not like, like a straight with the grip. Like if you're looking at the gun. Yeah, like this one. This is a. You can't even see it. I'm not even gonna try. I feel like it should all be kind of red, so rotated like this way a little bit more. I'd go a tad stronger on the brushing, especially on this one. There was like a pretty strong grind on this. Makes it feel like a bit more raw compared to something like this. But I will say this looks super interesting. Looks pretty cool. What do you guys think? This is like, this looks like Substance Painter screenshots. I'm a big fan of how you differentiated the top and the side. I love that you got a little gradient here. You got this like wear going here. Oh yeah. And you got this like smudge here. Oh, it looks so good. This looks so good. Oh, sorry. Some sort of like fake AO effect. I'd probably toss that though. Now let's talk about this one. This is like pretty damn good. I'm trying to come up with feedback. I got nothing for you, dude. This is pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome to look at. Maybe some more like grime. Or I see you got a little grime here, but maybe a bit stronger so it separates out these materials a bit more. Then I feel like here, since this thing's like a bit more raw compared to everything else, I'd probably just like either do a, or I see you got a little pillow effect, but maybe like a stamp would look a bit better there. But yep, yep. This is probably my favorite render. Close second, followed by this one, then third by this one. Shit, man. I always feel bad when we get like a submission that just like I can't even think of feedback, but like, damn it. Shit. One thing I will say, I'm not a fan of the fill layer kind of applied on these guys. I'd probably toss that because it looks a little fake. Kind of looks like you put a filler on and then UV checked these, like UV masked these in Painter. I love the little contextual details you got here. You got enough dirt there for my taste. Oh yeah. You've got a lot of grime and oils right here. Yeah, this is some good stuff, dude. This is some good stuff. Do you have any more renders with the bullets? I want to get a better view of these. Guess not. A little too blurry to judge, honestly. But from the looks of it, you have like a radial milling going on. Yeah, this stamp is a little too blurry. The darkness is like not masked, is masked with the blur. A little too blurry, I think. Yeah, this is pretty freaking sick, dude. Where's the magazine? No magazine renders? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Here, let's do this. Who the hell's the damn? Ooh. It looks pretty cool, although I feel like you're lacking like specific detail, like where that's along this edge that's like scratching from where the mag sits in there. It looks cool, but I think you're lacking like the specific variation, like a specific finger smudge or something, you know. The slide cuts or knurling look rather soft to me. Yeah, I think we talked about that earlier. Oops, what am I doing here? But yeah, this is solid. Nice job. Fantasimo. All right. What do you guys think? Oh, surprised we haven't got a train go by. All right. Ooh, let's do some judging here. This one was cool. I like the pearl. This wish it looked a little cleaner though, I feel like. This one was cool. I think it needs a little bit more textures and a little bit better lighting. This one's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. This one's pretty good. I think it's a little too noisy, maybe. A little too noisy on the slide. And I think down here, I don't think the grain cut quite fits. I really like the grain that was done over here. This fingerprint feels a little small, don't you think? Actually, nah. I feel like this one's almost like too like raised, I think. I think it should be a little bit more in the gloss, I think. I think we have it. First place goes to Karakulia. Ooh. A little high on the try count, but I think it was worth it. Because some of these just look like this looks like a reference photo. if I loaded this onto my pure ref, I wouldn't even think twice about it. Like this is just so good. This is just so good. Nice job, dude. Then I think second place we've got Keegan Nilsson. Yeah, this is some good stuff. I think second place. That's not second place. That's S place. Yeah. Yeah, the UVs were good. This one I saw low poly too, I think, right? A little low. I think it was low poly was a little low. But if I wanted to look at these for the rest of my life, I think I'd want to look at these two. So good job. Good job, everyone. Solid work. What do you guys think? Rigged? Rigged? I did receive a $50 donation from Keegan earlier, but that has nothing to do with it. Oh, there's the train. And if I had to close the windows, it's gonna be loud as shit. So awesome stuff. This one's really cool. I thought this project, this one would be pretty cool. We don't do a whole lot of like full guns because it would just take way too long. But I feel like, you know, for Christmas, I'll give you guys a present and you get to do a full gun this time. I felt this thing was pretty cool. I haven't seen any of these on our station either, so yeah, that is one thing I do. I do look for like models that haven't really been done a whole lot. So like that one M4 with like those lightning cuts in it that everyone does. I don't think we'll ever do that as a challenge. But something like this works pretty good. You don't see a lot of these, so unique and cool. I think it's important to be unique in your portfolios. Don't just do M4, then AK, then what does everyone else do? Glock. Do something cool. Find a weird ass gun and do that. Anyways, I'm rambling, but yeah, I'll probably leave it there. Thank you guys for the follows. I guess, you know what? Everyone does need an AK in their portfolio, I will say. I think I have my AK, but the occasional Desert Eagle. Yeah, I did Desert Eagle at one point. If you do a really nice Desert Eagle, I like that. Not just the chromed out like silver one, you know, do like the nice like black version with like, yeah, that's a pretty cool version. Not a fan of the chromed out like silver Desert Eagle. I don't know, I kind of like the black version a little bit more. But yeah, what other guns do you need to do? M4s are cool. You got to do really good though to stand out with an M4, you know. But what other guns are there? I can't even think. I can't think. Hello, Balls Deep in 69. Sub dude. Nice. We're about to end the stream. But the cool cyberpunk Desert Eagle design. Interesting. Very interesting. But a revolver. Could always do a revolver. But if it's a revolver, make it a Colt. Make it a Colt Python. That's a cool one. That's a good gun. But too busy cleaning up after dinner. Dude, who cleans after dinner, bro? What the hell? Let that shit rot in the sink. Alright. I'm gonna take care. I'm gonna make dinner and clean after my dinner. But you guys take care. Thank you guys for participating. And I will be reaching out to Keegan, and Cohen will be reaching out to